If you want like to be a guest on my podcast, I'm talking Black Talk Podcast at gmail.com, and you can be a featured guest. You have a product you want to promote. You want to work with me and my brand. Just get at me. I don't compromise my value. I don't promote everything. Every topic is not for me to cover. I will give it serious consideration. This is my show, my podcast. Talk about what I want to talk about, when I want to talk about it. That's the point. Thank you everyone for stopping by. I appreciate your presence. I appreciate your time. I am Khing Jus Wurk, and this is I Am Talking Black Talk Podcast. I am talking. Your opinion, noted, welcome, but do I really care? Not really. I'm talking Black Talk Podcast. My view, my experience, I'm sharing with you. Thank you all for stopping by and making my show as amazing as it already has been. People tell me, they say, work. I love this Saturday. I love how you cover different topics. You're honest. You're relating to people. You're building all true. Mike, may not be your intro, but it's Mike. Oh, I'm so happy. I just turned 41 years of age. Thank you everyone for stopping by. That I Am Talking Black Talk Podcast with me, your host, Khing Jus Wurk. Everyone who will contribute to the growth of my podcast thus far. My friends, associates have reached out. They said they love my sincerity, my viewpoint, my honesty, perspective shared on the topics that I present. And I thank you for reaching out and responding and letting me know the good parts of my podcast and the things I need to work on. You're awesome that way. Today, I would like to show some gratitude and appreciation of producer, recording, and edit the podcast. That's why it's a solo show. I Am Talking Black Talk Podcast. This is a phase that I created because when I go online and I engage in conversation on these pandering topics, trying to share a clear-headed opinion, I'm usually attacked by different gender people, different race people, and I want to create my own safe space where I can speak freely without being attacked by people who do not know how to regulate their emotions. It's called emotional intelligence. Because you say something doesn't mean it's true. Because I say something does not mean it's true. But for some reason, some people do not understand. Some people feel as if because they say something that makes it a fact. Now, in my 41 years, I have a lot of life experience. I've recently connected back to my family. It's no fault of theirs, but fault of my own. I had to go through a growth period. I had to go through a period of self-reflection. I had to go through a period where I had to distance myself from my family, so I could learn more about myself, what I wanted, what I needed, and where I'm headed in my life. But my birthday came around, my family did reach out, and it was nothing but positivity, those I spoke to. They related how they proud of me, how they see the thing I'm doing. They keep going forward. And they also made sure that I need to understand that I'm here for a reason. My auntie was like, hey, my cousin, they were like, hey, you have been through a lot. In the streets, foster care, your group home. I keep saying, yes, I was in foster care. Yes, I was in group home. Yes, I come from a underprivileged, poor background. My father, he was hardly there at all. My mother, she did her best, but she was a young mother. She had me at 16 years of age. 16 years of age. Because I was talking to my partner. I'm like, wow, my mother is 50-something years old. and I'm 40 something years old. I'm like, that would make it seem like we're 10 years apart. My mother is not 10 years older than me, but she's around that age. I don't want to give my mother age in the business. You gotta respect a lady of privacy. But my mother, she was 16 in the 80s, she had me. Now, being there was an 80, people don't want to talk about it because I don't be about to go and talk about it. The attack of the government on those low-income families, such as my own, and the project, and the things they did, baffling that we try to overlook these things, but it's right there in front of you. And for a while, I was so mad at my mother because I wanted her to be the mother that I wanted her to be. And I had to accept that my mother can only be the woman she needs to be for her. I'm a grown man. I have feelings. I have a path to express that. But my mother's not obligated to cancel my emotions at this point. And I appreciate her for acknowledging how I feel and respecting what I went through dealing with my emotions the way I had. So my mom was done. She got caught up like many people in the crack epidemic. And some people who don't understand, it doesn't matter if you're white, black, Asian, type, Indian, other cultures that I'm not aware of, not beast. It doesn't matter. But people speak on the Black experience as if they lived it firsthand. They speak on the Black experience as if they know because they have friends, or they watched a TV show, or they listen to a rap song or music, that they know the Black experience. That's what they feel the Black experience entitled. Abandonment. They are ignorant. So the involvement of the government and how these things played out. Now, again, I'm 21 years old. By the time I was 25, I had an old soul. And I'm saying it because in the 60s, after people came off of the Vietnam War, if I don't have my dates correct, please don't hold it against me. But I'm trying to say a pattern. We had the free love, where the younger generation, no matter what your background was, it was hippie, peace and love, it was unity, everybody put together, right? And then you had the disco era of the 70s that followed, right? And then the disco era was still a little bit free love, correct? A little bit free love, but now less involved narcotic. Talking about that, right? See swapping? That's what the 70s was. Okay. Now you go from the 60s to the 70s to the 80s, now you have the crack epidemic. So you go from that to the 90s, where it's the boy, crack, heroin, and you ask yourself, in what community the narcotics industry? Now, again, ask yourself, who owns these planes? Who owns these trucks? Who are bringing these things into this country? How are they bringing these things to this country? And we have task force, a war on, right? We have these things, right? How are these things getting past customs? How are these things getting past border? How are these things making it into inner city neighborhood without police catching them before they get to the inner city neighborhood? My tolerance in this country isn't that high. I'm a Black man who had created a podcast show called I Am Talking so people could pay attention to what I'm saying, because when I'm trying to talk in these groups, I get shut down. It makes no sense. Everybody wants to be mad at everybody. Everybody wants to blame everybody. But nobody focuses on the main group who has always been present, who has always had influence on everything. That's the United States government. And as the people of this government, we have the rights to hold them accountable because we are the people. We are the people. That's the statement. I understand that I'm 3/5 a person, 3/4 a person, whatever you want to say, but I pay full tax. If I commit a crime, I got to do my time. I'm held accountable to the fullest extent of the law, even though in the Constitution, I'm not a whole person. I don't even understand how that doesn't make any sense. I am talking Black Talk Podcast with me, your host, Khing Jus Wurk. And I have my own condition. Scatterbrained. I have so many thoughts. I have a lot of thoughts, and this is where I trust. This is where I speak. And I'm doing it the way I'm doing it because I want to be real. I'm watching these people who profited off of bigotry, who profited off of separation, division in this country, who had nothing going on, who utilized COVID, being at home to talk and say things that we know they didn't mean, but they talk and on TV shows and doing things. I'm like, no way. I've been to college. I got a degree. Been in this system that they keep commenting on. And I would like to see things change. Time that I stay with the support of my family who are telling me, speak your truth. You have one life. You're still here. You're here for a reason. You need to speak on what you know, what you see, what you experience. So you can help save the youth. So you can help not the youth. Childlike mindset who may hear something, a part of them that nobody else can reach. You may change their lives. So here I am speaking. We all can do better. We need to do better, not only for ourselves, but the next generation that's coming, because they are failing. And it's our fault because we let it happen. All right, people. I seen something today where a young man, he was talking about head accident. If I knew the world was cold, if I knew that there was going to be no love, then our parents was going to treat me the way they treated me, I would have stayed in the room. I would have never came out if I had a choice. That's a real statement. Children don't have a choice. We're adults now. But we didn't have a choice being either. Our parents made that choice. And the weirdest thing about these parents nowadays, listen, open your ears, you probably know somebody that's the father too. People are profiting off of exploiting their own children through social media. And it makes no sense. A child can learn a TikTok dance before they learn how to read a book. And who's recording the video? Who's taking the pictures? Who's recording the video? I was thinking of that. Let's put it out. Dudes that rap music only want to talk about that they pay me. Dudes that rap music only want to do X1 women. All right, I hear you. So we game. The game for women. What have we done? What have women done in the hip hop better the community that men weren't doing before? I've been thinking on, like, I can't think of anything. I know so many metaphors on wax, tight. I know so many similes and metaphors on solicitation, because that's what it ends. Oh, if you speak to me, you gotta pay. If you want this, you gotta pay. You gotta pay. What is what we pay for? What? Pay your bill because you can't pay your bills. You looking for somebody else to pay your bills. Everybody else that said they can't. Men and women alike, this men is literally this too. This comes from a reform news. Yes, a couch sure. I didn't have much, so I depended on the kindness of women to help me live life. And when you're in that position, you're angry. You don't know why you're angry, but it's aggression and it's frustration. Some women choose to deal with this mindset. Some men choose to deal with this mindset, and it's okay. But my confusing lies, and the majority seems to have this mindset. How did this happen? How did the woman who works hard, provide for her kid, don't do anything for herself, don't have many partners? The man who's a good father, who loves his lady, who works 60-hour shifts. How did these people become non-existent to the majority? You never seen a good black man. You never seen a good black woman, a good black mother, a good black father. You never seen it before. You think every other race of people better than your own. How can you say this? That is such a self-hate propaganda that if you say the words out your mouth, you should hear yourself and be like, whoa, whoa, I can't believe I just said that. We are the only race of people who promote other races as being better than we are. Hispanic people can fix cars and fix machines. I know stereotypes. Asian people, they good at math and numbers. Indian people, they good with different things like spices. And then, if you're white, you're just good at everything because you're white, so you're good at everything. But black people are only good at shucking and jiving and being violent, aggressive, and we don't do things to benefit the better of anybody. How did you get there? How, as a person of color, did you get there? In my 41 years of life, and everything I've seen and witnessed in this country, we need to love ourselves better. We need to do better as a group. Every other group is not worried, perplexed, like confused, perplexed. I have a degree. So if I'm not using the right word, you want to educate me a little bit more, I'm more welcome. I'm not offended to being corrected because only a person who's not intelligent takes effect from being corrected. So, yeah, I have a bachelor's degree. Again, I'm trying my best because they want me to say, as I'm saying. But again, how do we get to look at the invention in America who invented things in America, Black Americans, right? So how are we what you believe in yourself right now? I see a woman saying that Harriet Tubman wasn't a real person. Like, those type of words, once you say those things with your mouth, you have eaten, you have a phone in you. Before you say something like that, you put it online, look first. Because it doesn't make any sense. We have all this access, we have all this information in our hand. People are saying the darkness and doing the crazy thing. Now, again, in my 41 years of life, growing into myself, I'm a nerd, picked on, I got bullied, I got chased in school. I gravitated to street life. I didn't have to go to street life. I gravitated because I wanted more. My mother, she tried her best for me. But when you want the newest Jordan, the newest this, that, that's not your parents' obligation. Roof over your head, clothes in your back, food in your stomach. I'm wanting more. So, no detail about the extra stuff right now. We're going to our future podcast shows. I went out there and I went and got more. And now that's to me, being in and out of jail most of my life, becoming more cold to the world, being one of those people you describe living off the Bible, hanging out with my hood rat friend, going hood right there, learning that there's no one thing amongst those people. The streets don't love nobody. The streets don't care about you. When you're dead and gone, the streets will replace you with somebody else, and you'll be a picture on the wall, a t-shirt, a face on a t-shirt, but the streets don't love you. Your loved ones, therefore, who you bond with, you let go of the memory of them. That's the fact. I'm just so tired of going online and the first thing I see is hate towards me. And if it don't apply, it's just a joke. Don't take it serious. Like, I never really heard anybody say, black and white man. I never heard that. Ask yourself, how many laws in this country were created by black men? Give me a second as you think about it. I can't think of any. How many laws in this country that hinder anybody were created by black men? Zero. But we're blamed for everything. It's awful. It's awful and rain and on your birthday, came on your birthday party. It's our fault that your food was cold and you that hot. It's our fault that you chose to do whatever you chose to do. I don't understand how it's easier to blame your other half. Every other group they ever have. Every other group. White women go home to their white husband after telling you to march and go get your own. Hispanic women praise the Hispanic men. Every other culture has a foundation of family and bonding together over family. Every culture, Indian people, the farther you go into international and culture, it's all about family bond. Why are we perpetrating an untruth upon our own people? I have no idea. And yet, I know, going back to what I said earlier, yes, you are an adult. You have a daughter or a son, and you're like, you know what, babe? Let me turn my phone off and play this bogus song, all this cursing, and all this bad stuff, and I want you to dance to it, and I want you to move to it. I'm gonna record it. I'm gonna record this, I'm gonna put it online, and I'm gonna share it with the world. And if anything happens, I'm not gonna take any fault for it. I'm just gonna say that's how the world works. But you're supposed to protect each other. You're supposed to uplift your home. It doesn't make sense. And the same thing goes for the men in dealing with certain women and looking on the way or just saying the most crazy things out their mouth. For example, I'm going online looking at seeing a man getting mad because another man bought all the kids in the house, put in his own, made out. I don't get these rugged. I seen another video in the past where a dude was in a barbershop because another man was with his child's mother, got his son a haircut. It's like, first of all the animosity, shut up. It's a public place. Your child right there. If anything, if you feel the way you feel as a man, why don't you get that man's money back? Not one time do I think the argument to the man say, oh, you spent money on my child. Here, dude, here's the money. I don't need you to spend money on my child. I just spend money on my child. No, they want to embarrass the child. They want to try to humiliate the man to make themselves feel better for them to be the inactive parent. And then women, too, to say something a thing. I see this woman on this video that simply go to a child's father's house and say, oh, I gotta meet your girlfriend. I want to come in your house. Where? You don't pay any bills. We're not together. I'm providing for my child. I'm there with my child. You don't come to my house and down. What happened to being a lady? Oh, he told her, I'm going out. It's like, first of all, King, listen real close. If you're dealing with an irate woman who lacks self-control, who put the brake thing and put their hands on you, you give them one warning. Because you're a man. Give them one warning. Give them one warning. Please don't. Please calm down. If you don't, I'm contacting the police. And if they don't immediately calm down, contact the police. Involve police for your safety and your child's safety. Again, touching on mainstream topic and how crazy the world is and how we have to stop giving people power. We have to stop giving them shine. The things you give life to are the things that become your reality. And we all giving life to the negative aspect of our culture. So we need to stop doing it. And the reason why I'm saying that is because there was a man in Memphis who was in a barber chair and he was unalived by the child's mother while getting his cut. That is so scary. A man going to the barbershop. They made a movie called The Barbershop. A man going to get a haircut, it's a sanctuary. It's where you drop and guard at. It's where you relax at. I personally, a little bit on edge because I know that that's a place. If anybody want to get you, go to the same place, go to the same barber, things will happen. This woman who had kids with this man went to this barbershop, unallowed the man, and then you go to the comment because the man was posting it saying, watch the comments. And when you look at the comments, you have a whole bunch of bitter, angry women saying she was fed up. You don't know what happened. You're not in the household. Unless you was her friend and she told you I was fed up, everything you're sharing is a personal perspective of their situation. But the first thing that you're doing is not showing condolence, not showing sympathy for this man who lost his life in a vulnerable moment, dropping his guard, probably had his eyes closed with his head leaned back, relaxing, getting his hair cut, to have life taken by the person he had children with, to have women may go online and say he deserved it. Why? And then if you take the same situation and change gender, they still feel the same way. No accountability, no empathy, no understanding. Leave those women alone. Because there's good women out there. I know because I have one in my life. I know because I have good friends who are good women, who are safe, who are working on themselves, who are building, who don't have time to entertain lame dudes, who want somebody to love them and build, take care of their kids, who they exist. But we keep giving life to negative. We keep enriching the negative. And there was a time where black people conversation, they even say in the movie and TV shows, wasn't there on the white folk? Yep, there was a time where black people say that to each other. And white people around don't do that, they're watching. Yes, because when we do what we do, and we go against each other, and when we go against each other to promote these pandering topics, all of a sudden, white person, uncivilized, stagnant. Oh, look how they act. I would never. Listen. If you look at all the mad, murderer, unalived, if you look at the people that keep people in their basement hiding, they all look the same. If you look at recent times, such as the online dating, and the men who unalive the women doing the online dating, they all look the same. So how, black woman, can you down a black man and then let another race of person come on anywhere and be like, that's why I only deal with them. But then at the same time, when those people come to hurt you, you're like, why don't they come to help? I don't know. Could you keep putting me down? Keep talking about worthless? Another new way of men going out, hanging out, sitting in drink, bother, and ignore women. I love that. I love seeing it. I be showing a child mother. Like, I love it. I love it. Because the only way I see it is for women mad. Oh, look at sassy dude, kind of funny. First, they can think. First off, those are homophobic comments. So, as a woman, it's okay to have a gay friend. That's your choice. I'm not judging that. But when the man that you with show any emotion, anything that you want to consider staff or anything under your approval, you want to call them gay. You're being homophobic. It's insulting not only to that man, but to the LGBTQ plus community to say such things about men who only are minding their bed, who only are sharing their emotion. That's why this is the I Am Talking Black Talk podcast show with me, your host, Khing Jus Wurk. I can talk about these topics. I can talk about these things. I can share my viewpoint without being ridiculed and be literal and attacked. The other day, I'm online, me and Michelle's mother on TikTok, and a pattern topic about some women talking about men don't hold men accountable, men smile things. No, if you don't take care of the man, you need to be around me. I've been felt that way. If you're not caring about your lady and respecting your lady, I don't need you around me. You're not gonna hang around me and they expect me to lie for you, play the good dad club, respect our women club. That's how we are. I don't really think women hold other women accountable. And I'm seeing that, and I'm saying that based upon the poll and the thing women say. I swear to God, there was mom, and she was yelling, "Oh, well, it makes me out. Cause the man, you get me." And then you have other women say the same thing. I pick a bag. I'd rather pick a bag than pick a man. And I respect the queens who say, I don't feel that way. I'll pick my penny over a bit because I want the man to protect me. I want the man to be on my side. A wild animal. You believe. You understand what you're saying. You're saying that a wild animal gets more respect from you as a woman than a man. That doesn't make any sense. We need to do better. This is the I Am Talking Black Thought Podcast of your host, Khing Jus Wurk. And I'm telling you, like, I'm sharing my views. You can relate, understand. You didn't relate, understand. All my life, when I was in the streets, group homes and all that other stuff for the kid, and like, get your life together. Go to college, get your degree. When you do these things, the world ain't enough for you. That was a lie. That was not the truth. I learned about nepotism. You know what nepotism is? I learned that to get you a certain position, you gotta know somebody who knows somebody to get you the position, the job. And this is showing right now in the government. You have people who attack people of color saying they're in a certain position when they didn't even finish school. They have felony records. And they feel like they're better than a person only because of the color of their skin. Make it make sense, people. It's right there in front of you. You see the fact. You see what they're saying. You see what they're doing. The FC bombs, they weren't real. They're not real. The Republican Party will not release them. They in your face playing these games. And you're like, let's blame each other. I have a rainbow coalition of friends and family members. Does that mean that I have a right to judge and say certain thing? No. What it means is I love my white family members. I do. In my auntie, they look out for me, took care of me. There was a time in my life where I didn't even notice they was white. They were just my auntie. The older you get in the world teaches you the separation. The world teaches you difference. But in my household, in my circle, in my family, love was love, and we show love based upon who we were and the complexity of our thing. And it saddens me that we live in a state in the world where we can be doing so much better as a country, and we just do so much better as a nation as a whole, but people are so trapped in their way, they just refuse to let us progress. They rather move backwards. Am I the only one who remembers the tech that went out? Something about we're all back into slavery, that there's gonna be vans outside to pick people up. People go crazy over that. I can't really get no any energy to it. God said, I'll be trying. I'm a damn hard ground. Ain't nobody touching my loved ones, ain't nobody touching me. I'm not going to go back, Lady America, Brady Grant. What? I refuse. I see the post again. Name a time in American history where everybody was treated. Name a time in American history where everybody had the same rights and opportunity to housing, the same rights and opportunity to education, the same right to medical treatment. Name a time in American history where we all had the same rights. There is no going back. And if you want to go back to, I will not stand by and let it happen. And I refuse to believe that everybody else is just so oblivious to what's going on that you will let it happen to. Do better. I'm about to wrap this up. This has been the I Am Talking Black Talk Podcast with me, your home, Khing Jus Black Talk Podcast. Not for you, it's for me. People that don't let people understand. Empathy. Open up your mind. Open up your heart. It's time the truth driven. We live in a nation that was built off the back of immigrants. Come ye all. You're sick. You're excited. Come all into the country for opportunity. That is what America was based upon. Again, that's the truth. It is the truth. We need to do better. We need to uphold our government economy's promises to make it. Yes, because I am so angry. I am so mad that I went from the street. I went to college. I tried so hard, and I hate the whole fact of because you're a black man, you had to work 10 times harder. You need to work 10 times harder. You only will be equal to the person who did no work at all. Calling you lazy. And we've been labeled lazy ever since we decided not to get to free. And again, I can talk about some other stuff. I can go on the details about some things you don't even want to know. But to myself right now, because those are, it's for another day. Very hot topic. You think you know, but you have no idea how this country is really running. I thought I, until I lived it, until I experienced those who have look down on everybody. They make the room. They say what happens and what doesn't happen. As long as they have the poor blacks, the poor whites, the poor Asians, the poor Indians, the poor people in this country adding to the net, they're going to keep on profit. They're going to keep on selling the drink. They're going to keep on picking and choosing who has the opportunity, and then it's like a lottery. And once they get the opportunity, they never come reach down and help nobody because it's hard. That's why I can talk about what I want to talk about. I'm on live on TikTok. I'm not reading comments. Your opinion is welcome, but I am talking. And this is Black Talk Podcast. Your experience mean what? What have you been through? What cultural exchange have you ever experienced? How long did you live in the project? How long did you go to school sharing books with people because the school underfunded and they didn't have books? Go to metal detector. How long did you experience poverty? How long did you go through these things to have any opinion on those who have lived that for generations? There's a whole gap of living in this country. Think third world country, think third world America. This place is America that's worth any third world thing better. How do I know? I've been there. Infrastructure terrible, abandoned buildings everywhere, bombing, everything. You go to that nice uppity neighborhood, 30 minutes away, that's what go trick-or-treating at. If we halfway have a car, we pile in the car, then we go to the nice neighborhood and they give all the candy bars and they have all the jack-o'-lantern and it's night. And even though we just see a neighborhood and it can, even then, we're not welcome because it's not for separation, division. Stay where you at. Don't come over here. You don't belong here until I want to go where you're at. They want to call it gentrification and you want to move someone else because I want your place. America. And talking with me, your host, Khing Jus Wurk. This has been the I Am Talking Black Talk Podcast with me, your host, Khing Jus Wurk. Live life. Show kindness. Make a white friend. Make a black friend. Make an Indian friend. Make an Asian friend. We have children in the phone. Be different. We are the majority. The good people. We are the majority. Not those losers. Not those people who want to say each other. Not those people who don't think for themselves. They are the minority. And they want us all confused so they can profit, so they have gain. Go and gain. Peace, love, and greatest of all. I'm Khing Jus Wurk them out.